Am I really that much? And breaking these niggas down like a demo. You don't really know you are.
Hi, my Mo girls. I hope you guys are doing amazing today. Please do the right thing, like, subscribe, and comment. And for those of you that are new, I can feel the love. Thank you again for subscribing to the Moguls channel. That simply hers, right? But gay. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. I really, really feel the love. So, guys, do you ever feel lonely, my moguls? Do you ever feel alone? Like nobody really cares? Even if you were to switch off your phone for a week, nobody would check up on you. Even if you were to die alone in your apartment, nobody would really care. Do you ever think about such things? Like for real, do you ever think about such things? Right? And I know we do a lot. So part of the healing journey is very lonely because you are transitioning, you are developing into something else, right? Because healing means you are choosing not to suffer anymore for whatever that you were suffering for. You understand? So you are transitioning, and that is not an easy thing to do. Anything that involves growth, be it spiritual growth, be it just self development, mental growth, in any manner, it's very difficult. It's not easy. You understand? It's not easy. I don't want to lie to you. It's not easy at all. So my mogul's name, feeling alone happens to everyone. Even the most famous people, even the most positive, the most funniest people that you can ever come across. But how you deal with that loneliness is what's going to set the tone for your healing process. So, the conversation here is basically about feeling lonely while on your healing journey, right? It's tricky. Like, it's very tricky. Like, I don't want to lie to you guys. So, hmm, hmm, hmm. That's all I can say. Because I'm also at a point in my life where I feel I have phases. It's like a roller coaster. Also, you know, there are weeks where I feel not so alone. And most of the time, those are the weeks that I'm social. So obviously, if you are social and you are surrounded by people, you're not gonna feel very alone. Um, you might still feel lonely around people, but you're not going to feel alone, right? I have a tendency to feel lonely while I'm around people as well, depending the phase that I'm at in my life. Now I'm on a healing journey. A healing journey takes a while, it takes a while. And it takes a while for you to face certain things that have changed you, whether it's for the better or it's for the worse, right? So, yeah. That is me. That's what I'm going through. I mean, there are weeks where I want to be very social, and there are weeks where I just want to isolate and recoup and think about the next move of what to do with my life, or if I just want to rest, right? So, yes, my moguls. So, I just want to tell you guys that it's normal to feel lonely. It's very, very normal. Thousands and billions of people in the world feel lonely, even the most wealthiest person on earth. But are you dealing with it in a very healthy manner? That is the question. How are you dealing with your loneliness? I'm not talking about distractions. I'm not talking about people that are distracting themselves here. Do not distract yourself. Because loneliness is a feeling that's going to be there until you die. Yes, believe it or not, it's going to be a feeling, or rather an emotion, that's going to be in your life until your last day on earth. So that is why a lot of people end up finding themselves doing weird things to fill up their time, because they don't want to think about their life, they don't want to think about their situation. They just don't want to think. So they end up, some people distract themselves with sexual intercourse. Some people distract themselves with alcohol, with partying, with being in the streets until late, being around people until late, people that they don't even care about just because they are around people and they're having conversations, right? That's what people do. Some people date so that they shouldn't be alone. The thought of them being alone with their own thoughts is like a horror movie. It's very, very scary for them. So they would rather be dating multiple people just to keep themselves busy, even though they know they're at a stage in their life where they're not supposed to date or even be in a relationship. So a lot of people in this world distract themselves from loneliness. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. You're gonna be lonely until you die, as I said. But loneliness is not such a bad thing. It's an emotion, just like any other emotion that you feel. You have to feel it. But it doesn't have to change how you view life. Life is still beautiful. Life is still worth it to be lived. It's still worth it to be enjoyed. You understand? So never ever let loneliness distract you from your journey. Because that's how a lot of people shift from your journey. Because imagine you are very close to your breakthrough, and then because it gets very lonely. Because when you're close to your breakthrough, it's gonna be very quiet. It's like it's like the calm before the storm. Ne? Yeah. It's like the calm before the storm. That's what happens when you're close to your breakthrough. So whenever, because it's the longest you've ever felt, you decide that, okay, no, I'm gonna distract myself. And some distractions look healthy, by the way. It can be traveling as well. Yes, people use traveling to different destinations as a distraction. There are people that use it as a distraction. So now you are distracting yourself with certain things, healthy or unhealthy. They may look healthy or they may look unhealthy, but you're distracting yourself with certain things because this is the longest you've ever been. And then all of a sudden, was stuck. And now you are in that stagnant stage. And all of a sudden, you don't know what happened. That's because you were feeling lonely and you decided to entertain that feeling. I mean, my ladies, you guys get your periods every month. It's something that you know happens every month. Do you run away from them? Can you even run away from them? You prepare for that duration when you're experiencing that, right? You prepare, you already know how to deal with it, what to do, and how to make it bearable. But you don't run away from it. That's what loneliness is. It's a lifetime thing, eh? It's a lifetime thing. So this is why a lot of adults make bad decisions. They find themselves in very weird situations because somebody was just feeling lonely and they didn't want to be by themselves with their thoughts. Guys, it's okay. It's okay. If I were to tell people that the last time I got into my house was, when was it? You see, I can't even remember. And I don't even really go out. But I'm not miserable about it. To another person, that sounds like torture. Being in your house for the whole week without seeing, without going to even the garage, without going to the mall, without going anywhere. To other people, that sounds like torture. But you need to ask yourself something. Why does it sound like torture? Is it because I'm alone in the house? What is it? What about my situation makes it to you seem like it's torture? While to me, it seems like peace and a time for me to reflect and a time for me to plan. You see, we don't use free time and free will the same way. So you guys need to start thinking of loneliness as a time to actually maybe turn it into purpose. Use that phase or that time where you're feeling lonely as a time to reflect on life, on how far you've come, on how you are willing or how far you're willing to go, and where you are now. How do you make your present bearable towards your future? You understand? So that's it. It's basically um being positive in the light of loneliness. Loneliness, as I said, it's not even an evil an evil emotion or a bad emotion. It's not. It's a human emotion, just like any other human emotions that we feel, right? So please, my muggles, don't ever feel like because you're lonely, you have to go out there and do things that you're gonna have regrets, things that have consequences because you are lonely. Don't go out making friendships that are questionable, dating people that are questionable, doing things that are questionable, all for the sake of you were lonely and bored. Because sometimes you are just bored. Because loneliness and boredom, they go hand in hand. That's the thing. They go hand in hand. And sometimes you are. Sometimes you're just bored, guys. One thing I've noticed about loneliness, it leads to boredom. Loneliness leads to boredom. And in your adult life, when you get to your 30s, like some of us, late 20s, I guess, and then up there, life will get very boring. Your weekends are not gonna feel the same as before when you would feel happy it's the weekend because you know you were gonna club with your girls, you know you were gonna go to the movies, go to the restaurants, do this with the girls. It's not the same anymore. And you need to face your reality that this is my reality. I don't get excited about weekends anymore. I don't even care if it's the weekend because that's what adulting does. You get bored a lot. Now your weekends look like you doing laundry. It looks like you, if you are in school and working, it looks like you catching up on assignments, you being busy with exams. Hmm? It looks like you busy creating content if you don't have time to create content during the week. For those of you that want to be do content creation, it looks like you going for auditions. For those of you that want to act part-time, the weekends become boring. They become like that little period for you to reflect and take life seriously. And I'm not saying you can't enjoy your life, but I'm just saying, right? So yeah, man, get bored, be comfortable with being bored, be comfortable with being within your own company, be comfortable with reflecting your life, yourself, and why you are in the position that you are in now. Take accountability of your loneliness or your actions that they led you to being lonely. And it's not a punishment at the end of the day. As I said, it's not a punishment. Taking accountability is you saying, I decided to take a new leave in life. I decided to devote my life to Christ. So I'm going to have to cut off time with friends. I'm going to have to focus on my relationship with God. That will get you lonely. It will get you lonely. Or I decided to focus on my marriage and I'm going to spend less time with friends. You're still going to be lonely. Or I'm going to focus on motherhood. You're going to be lonely because we are used to spending so much time with our friends. You know, we are used to spending so much time with our friends, with acquaintances, with associates, and having fun with them. That the moment we don't have that access to each other no more, it feels like the world is ending. And that's not the case. We are just growing. We are just transitioning, guys. And there's nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with it. So never ever ever see loneliness as a curse of some sort. It's not. And you are allowed to feel lonely. You are so much allowed to feel lonely. Hmm? mean, like me right now, after I'm done shooting this video, it's gonna be crickets. Because what can I do now, right? And I'm at that week where I really don't want to call people because I'm bored. Another thing, when you love your peace so much, you you would rather be bored than calling someone because you're bored. Because sometimes you end up regretting those calls because the conversation sometimes can drain your energy, depending what the conversation was, depending what you guys are talking about. Protecting your peace leads to loneliness. I protect my peace so much, so much, to a point where people think maybe I think I'm better because I don't want to communicate with them. And most of the time, as I said to you guys, sometimes it has nothing to do with you. How somebody is communicating with you, always reacting to you, has nothing to do with you. I can take what I give. I know I'm very mysterious lately to the people that love me and care about me. And it's not that I'm doing it on purpose. As I said, I'm protecting my peace because I'm focused on other things and I'm too selfish with myself right now. I am my biggest project right now. So I can't really grant my energy to something else, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. And it doesn't make me a bad person or a horrible person. It just makes me not easily accessible for now. I'm not the kind of person you can easily find a phone call because I might be busy with something else, or I might be busy shooting content, or I might be busy reading my Bible, being in my spiritual element, or I might be busy protecting my peace, right? But it is important also to communicate the phase that you are at with your friends. That's if you talk to your friend a lot. Obviously, you can't just report randomly to a friend that calls you once a month and then say, "Hey, friend, I'm like, come on." That is unnecessary, right? But a friend that you know that you guys communicate a lot, like a week will not go by, or 2 weeks will not go by without you guys talking to each other. You just be nice and be like, hey, friend, I'm going through this. Yeah, I'll check you later. Please, like, understand. And a friend will understand because they also might go through the same thing. Are you also gonna understand? You have to understand. That's why I'm saying I give what I can also take. I don't give what I can take, right? And I don't overdo it. I don't protect my peace too much. They can still rely on me, but I do protect my peace. And it gets very lonely. It gets very lonely, right? But for your goals to flourish, for you to be able to focus on yourself as a project, to be your own moose in life, you need to isolate a little bit. You need to take time to recoup and, yeah, and just be in alignment with yourself. That's what a lot of successful people do. It may look like they socialize a lot, they network a lot, but the very short period that you saw them doing that, that's the only time they did it. They're gonna do it again at another event, which is gonna be maybe 3 months or 4 months from then. In those 3 4 months, they are recouping. They are making plans. They are working on something. Otherwise, if they were to network every day, be social every day, it wouldn't work. Whatever they're doing wouldn't succeed. Any human being in the world needs some time to reflect, time to plan. You understand? I love you so much, my moguls. It's okay to feel lonely. It's okay to reflect on life. It's okay to protect your peace, though it leads you to being lonely and getting bored with your life. It's normal. Learn to live with it. I love you so much. And let's be lonely in peace. Mwah.